What's going on, people? It's your boy MMA-Kreese-King Jr. coming to you with another video. And today, listen, this weekend I am gonna first announcement, I am gonna be at SpaceCon for all 3 days. So if you're in the San Antonio area, come up to your boy, holla at your boy, and hey man, we can all hang out this weekend. But in other news today, I'm going to have a little bit of fun on yes, and if you see the thumbnail, yes, we're talking about James Gunn again. And yes, we're gonna see what James Gunn should not do for his projects again. So this article, which will be left in the description, is going to be uh 5 characters that James Gunn should not touch or direct. Now it's gonna be from my friends over from Geeks and Gamers. Shout out to Jeremy and his crew. You already know your number one black friend is looking out for you. And yeah, so let's go ahead. Superhero number one, Uno. Uno. So, also, I want to shout out to Atomic Patriot because you know what? He did this video early this morning, and I just wanted to give my thoughts too. And mine's might be a little bit different than his, but go check out Atomic Patriot stuff. And welcome to the crew once again. Shout out to you, Atomic Patriot. So, Batman is the number one hero that James Gunn should not touch. And you know what? Actually, he's not going to touch it because guess what? We have for direction, it's going to be Andy Muschietti. So Andy Muschietti, which has already made a bad mistake already in saying that the fans don't should have loved the Flash movie, even though the Flash movie was boo boo ass cheeks garbage, not good at all, and it was not good. um, and you're saying that the fans don't know anything, don't know any better about these superhero franchises. Okay, Andy, like that's not how you get people to come to your franchise to and watch your movies. Like you should never insult your fans. You should never call your fans racist, toxic, or anything like that. Those are your customers. That is your money right there. And you better you may not like us, but we pay your bills. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, James Gunn is actually not going to be touching the Batman, but he's going to have Andy Muschietti touching Batman, and this sounds so weird right now that I'm looking at it. But also just to be fair to James Gunn, he wants a serious Batman too. He doesn't want a Adam West sort of Batman, which that's cool with me. But I always been saying like if you're gonna do anything campy, the story just I mean the writing just has to be good. Like with every story, the writing just has to be good. It doesn't matter if it's serious or campy. Let's just see. My rule's already been said. Where I want the Batman animated series, Batman live action, which like tackles so many things of Batman, like him being a detective, him being a fighter, the number one of the arguably the number one fighters on the Justice League, like number very smart, agile, like he's taking on like cases that are like supernatural, grounded, cosmic. That Batman, like I want that Batman on the screen, and I don't know if I'll get it. I mean, we got Andy Muschietti that's going to be directing Batman Brave and the Bold. I'm a little nervous about that. I'm not even going to lie because once again, he attacked the fans, and you know my rule: never attack your fans. It doesn't matter what they doing. That's your money maker. You never do that. And also, yeah, James Gunn says that he's not even writing it either. So like he has a writer. So hopefully maybe Matt Reeves might be writing the Batman Brave and the Bold. We don't know. But yeah, that's the first hero that the article said that Geeks and Gamers said. And shout out to that crew right there. All right. Second second villain, I mean second person that happens to be another part of the Batman mythos is Joker. Now Joker, should James Gunn touch Joker, which that keeps on sounding really weird. I need to stop saying that. Should James Gunn like have Joker do things in his in the Batman sphere? And now once again, James Gunn is not going to be in charge of the that Batman mythos or whatever, because like once again, I think he has a writer, and Andy Muschietti is going to be a director. And in my opinion, I don't think Joker's even going to be in Batman Brave and the Bold. I could be wrong, but for argument's sake, let's see with the article. And yeah, should like James Gunn be in charge touch Joker? No. I think Joker one is overplayed. We had another set I mean like oversaturation of Joker from, Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, and Joaquin Phoenix back to back, and then you got the Batman Joker. I think his name is Barry something. I can't think of his name, but that's four Jokers within like almost 10 to 20 about 10 to 20 years. Yeah, about 10 to 20 years, man. Like cuz if you do the Dark Knight series, um and then you do the Snyderverse series, and then you got the the Todd Phillips series with the Joker. Yeah, it's too much. And then of course Matt Reeves with his Joker, which I don't think he's gonna be like a vital part of the Batman series anyway, or in my opinion. And how I feel is I think the Joker will escape Arkham, and then that will be the third film. Is like the Batman has to bring the Joker back to Arkham Asylum or whatever. So that's my opinion on that. And yeah, the James Gunn with the Joker, I can see James Gunn like having a not a Jared Leto, but like a bad version of Jack Nicholson's Joker, just like with the jokes and the puns. It's gonna be way too much. Um, it'll give me as much as I like this movie, Batman and Robin or whatever. It's gonna give me like Mr. Freeze, freeze puns, and I just see him doing Joker puns. Like I don't know why. I just don't think so. You should not touch it. No, you leave Joker alone. No more Joker. Too much Joker. We don't need Joker. Okay. The third villain that they said that he should not be anywhere near is Darkseid. And I 100% agree. You leave Darkseid alone. You leave the master of the anti-life equation alone. That man should not be having no jokes. He's 100% like one A like badass man, okay? Like if you guys know Darkseid, man, he is stronger than Thanos, stronger than Apocalypse, stronger than Galactus, man. Like this dude's mythos, like every dark side is basically the same dark side, no matter what. Like his story, that oh man, with the new gods, so amazing, man, so amazing. And yeah, Darkseid is not a jokey character. He's not campy. He's none of that. He is the only time that they did somewhat campy Darkseid was in that god awful um Ivy and Harley cartoon that was bad. It's just bad and not good and extremely woke and very bad. No, okay. The first two seasons were like the writing was pretty good, but then when it hit season three, four, five, and whatever, it just became woke garbage and it's just not good. But yeah, Darkseid is a cosmic being, man. Like, demands respect. And shout out to my man, Atomic Patriot. The only time that you see Darkseid smirk or smile is because it's either like he finds something really amusing of somebody getting tortured or whatever, or like like, um like a super off of Superman and Batman and Superman Apocalypse, where Batman just outsmarted Darkseid, basically blackmailed him and said that, yo, these hell spores can blow up your whole entire planet, and he just got a smirk out of it and saying like, okay, touche, Batman. Okay, that was cool. All right, I respect you on that. That's gangster-ish right there. So yeah, you do not need James Gunn. You stay away from Darkseid. Like we don't need to make any fork jokes with Darkseid. I don't think you can handle that commentary with Darkseid. He's basically space mustache man, sort of. Well, if you could put two and two together. Okay, so number four, Martian Manhunter, and oh my goodness, yeah, he shouldn't touch this one too. I mean, clearly they will have the white Martians be the racists in this whole entire thing. They'll probably make him a refugee. Yeah, I agree in this one right here. They're gonna definitely try to make John Jones like basically a refugee or something like that. And yeah, we don't need no more of that. I mean, obviously, like with we don't need to talk about no more racism. We don't need to talk about social commentary. We don't need to do any of that because that is boring. Yeah, we don't need to be doing all that. No, no more, no more, dude. No more. Like Peacemaker season 2, trash, garbage, booba ass cheeks, garbage, not good. And like they'll mess up John Jones. I mean, John Jones, not John Jones. Shout out. I mean, like not John Jones, the MMA fighter, but John Jones. Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need that. We don't need that. We have enough political leaning stuff in Marvel and into DC as it is, and I don't see James Gunn like writing this character correctly. The best version of John Jones, the Martian Manhunter, was of course in the thumbnail, the Justice League cartoon made by Bruce Timm and Paul Dini and that whole entire Batman animated series crew, and Dwayne McDuffie that was on that, just a masterpiece of animated film. I mean, animated TV show cartoons that handled all the stuff that James Gunn and them are talking about right now way better. But then again, Bruce Timm did make that god awful Cape Crusader, and that's what happens when a creative doesn't have a person to will them in. Shout out to Paul Dini for willing Bruce Timm in, because if it was up to Bruce Timm, they probably would have had like Batman doing 4 jokes in Batman the Animated Series. So shout out to Paul Dini. And the final one is number 5, Etriquette. Yes, Etriquette. Um, so with this one, with Etriquette, like if you he's basically a demon or whatever, but like he is a fierce person and he's a no nonsense guy, just like Darkseid, no nonsense guy, whatever. But um from for what I know on his backstory, he fell in love with somebody and she happened to be a witch. And I'm just using the Justice League one, so like there's probably other iterations of Etriquette that you guys probably know a little bit more than me, but I can like tell. I mean, I remember the Justice League cartoon. That'll be my source of how I know Etriquette. Um, so yeah, he got punted. I mean, yeah, so he he got turned into a demon because like he betrayed his people for a woman, basically. So yeah, you know how that goes. And I could just see James Gunn making a joke about that, and we don't need that, man. Ezra Kid is a good, especially if this is his first time being on the big screen. please get intricate correctly, just like any other character. Like, let's just keep like make it the same person as they were in the comic books. We don't need to do any race swapping or anything like that. Just give us just give us a European white guy that knows to have to do the thous and the days and all that, and like yeah. In general, leave intricate alone. Uh and just some honorable mentions, and these are just my other opinions on this James Gunn universe. Well, he's not touching the lanterns, somebody else is doing that, so yeah. The Flash, okay, that one can go either way or whatever. I think James Gunn could make a good Flash. I'm not even gonna lie. I think that's something, especially with if it's Wally West's Flash, he could get away with his James Gunn nod jokes or whatever. So, mm, yeah. Teen Titans, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he should do another Teen Titans. Not with you. But and one more, and Wonder Woman. No, you're already messing up with Supergirl, with the Girls Gone Wild Supergirl. But yep, that's it. Like, share, and subscribe, and you guys have a nice day. Peace out.